Hi, third graders. We are going to do a really cool lab today where we are going to get to pretend that we have elephant ears, although it might be a little bit different than that. So we are focused on adaptations right now. We know adaptations are things that help an animal survive in their habitat for longer, or a plant. But today we're focused on animals. So for this experiment, you should have a couple of things in front of you already. You first will need a sticky note or another small thin piece of paper. So I have one that looks like this. This is the perfect size. But if you don't have that, here are some other options. You could use like a sheet of stickers. You could use like a receipt or a coupon. Even like if you cut a piece of paper that's really small, that would work too. The second thing you'll need is a little bit bigger piece of paper that is a little bit thicker, like an index card, okay? So here's an index card. If you don't have an index card at home, that's okay. Find something like a piece of cardboard or a folder that's empty, or even like a Christmas card that is in the envelope, okay? Those would all do just fine. You will also need a little bit of water, not very much, but I just put some in a quick little bowl for me. And you will need something to drop that water with. So you could use like a medicine syringe or a pipette, or today I didn't have either of those, so I'm using a straw. Your straw could be plastic if you didn't have one that was reusable. So we are going to get started. You are going to do this along with me, so make sure you pause the video if you don't have all of your items yet. Go ahead and get them first. All right, if you're continuing to watch, that means that you are ready to go. You are ready to start our experiment or our lab today. So the first thing that you're going to do is figure out which hand do you write with, okay? If I write with my right hand, that's called my dominant hand. Hold up the hand that you write with. That's your dominant hand. Now hold up your other hand, the one that you don't write with. For me, it's the left hand. That's called my non-dominant hand. Hold up your non-dominant hand. Good. So we're going to focus on our non-dominant hand, okay? We are going to be putting one single drop of water on that non-dominant hand. Now, let me show you how you'll do that. If you have a pipette, you'll just kind of pinch one little drop. If you have a syringe, you might need to just go really slow to get one drop. I'm going to show you using my straw. Okay, so we are going to be putting that drop of water, just one, on our non-dominant hand, so the hand that you don't write with. If you're using a straw like me, here's what you're going to do. You're going to stick the straw in the water, then you're going to put your finger over the end, and then you're going to lift out, okay? And when you do that, it's going to have some water inside of that. You're not going to want to let go all at once because it might pour a lot of water on you. So I'm going to do just a little bit. I'm going to go over here, and I can kind of see a droplet right on the edge of it. I'm going to lift up, and I have one small droplet of water on my hand. Okay, you can see it's one. Now, if yours starts to run like mine, I might wipe mine off and make another one that would stay in place, because our goal is not for it to pour down our hand. That's not the goal. Okay, boys and girls, so I redid mine. I showed you mine before and how it was kind of pouring down my hand. Now I've redone it. Look at it now. You can see that it's just one drop of water. It's staying in place. And here is what you are going to do after you get yours. So right now, pause the video if you did not get your droplet of water on your hand. If you're having a hard time with this, an adult can help you by putting that droplet of water on your hand for you. But remember, it should be on your non-dominant hand, the one you don't write with. The next thing that you will do once you have that droplet of water is you're going to take your sticky note with your dominant hand, the hand that you write with, and what you're going to do is you are going to slowly fan that droplet of water. Our goal is not to make the water spill off of our hand, no. It's to fan that water and try to figure out how it feels, okay? Just pay attention to how it feels when you fan that water. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm over the drop of water, and I'm just fanning, okay? You're going to do that for 1 minute. I'm going to time you. So right now, make sure you have your droplet of water and you have your sticky note or whatever thin piece of paper you have, and I will tell you when to start and when to stop. All right, go. hand should be flat on the surface in front of you. Don't wiggle it, don't lift it in the air, flat on the surface. "30 seconds. "10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is the end of our time. So stop fanning right now. And you're just going to think about how it felt. Was it cool? Was it warm? Was it hot? How did it feel when that sticky note was fanning that droplet of water? Okay, keep that in your mind. Now what you're going to do is you're going to wipe off that droplet. Doesn't matter, I'm just wiping mine on my pants or my shirt. Okay, so that your hand is all dry. And we are going to do that again. This time you're going to need a droplet of water on your non-dominant hand. Make sure it's flat on the table, just like the last time. But this time, instead of fanning with our sticky note, our thin, small piece of paper, we are going to use our thicker or our larger piece of stronger paper, like our index card or like your holiday card or piece of cardboard, okay? So let's get our droplet on our non-dominant hand. Remember, I'm using my straw, so I'm putting it in the water, putting my finger on one end, and putting just one droplet on. Remember, if it starts to run, just wipe it off and get a new one. You want it to just be one droplet of water. You're gonna need to keep your hands still. Go ahead and pause the video and do that now. All right, you should have your droplet of water on your hand and your stronger piece of paper in your dominant hand. That means the hand that you write with. And again, this time we are going to fan that droplet of water. Our goal is not for it to fall off of our hand. That's not the focus of this. Our goal is just to fan it to figure out how it feels, okay? And now that we're doing it for a second time, we can kind of compare it to the first time and see, okay, was this one warmer? Was it cooler? Was it hotter? What was it? So we are going to fan again for 60 seconds. Go ahead and get your fan ready, and I will tell you when to begin. Ready, set, begin. Ooh. I'm noticing a difference. Fan, fan. 30 seconds. Brr. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, you can stop fanning. So now you can just wipe this one off all over again. Now you have finished that lab. We've taken 2 elephant ears. Here's our first ear. Here's our second ear. And we've been fanning that water, okay? So now you're going to be asked 4 different questions. For these 4 questions, you are going to need a piece of paper and a pencil because you're going to be writing down your answers on that piece of paper. Keep watching. Pause the video until you have that piece of paper and the pencil in front of you. Once you've gotten your piece of paper and your pencil, please make your piece of paper look like this. You can pause the video here so that you can copy down what you need to have on your paper. Your title should say Adaptations, Hook. Then you need to split your paper into 4 different sections. Label the top one number 1, top right 2, bottom left 3, and the bottom right 4. Pause the video until your paper looks like this.